All right, we're going to look at graphing a square root function using the ALEKS tools. And so we have this function f of x. I want us to graph it. It says the square root of x plus 2. Right before we graph it, though, I want to point out just a couple other things that are going on inside ALEKS. If you see function, that word, you click on it. It gives you a little definition of function just to kind of remind you. So anything that's hyperlinked like that, you can click on. Also on the right side here are a bunch of tools you can use. So you can watch videos, look at the textbook, and also, again, look for vocab words. There's a dictionary there. So if you want a video on this topic, it says right here, graphing a radical function, and it has a little video made by the authors, or by the ALEKS company. So it's just a little 3-minute video just to kind of refresh your brain on something. So something that you might want to look at. Or you can connect to a textbook, and it will take you to a section of the book. Again, this isn't the book that we're using for the class. It's just another textbook associated with it that covers similar things. But you can click on them and it will take you to those other resources. So I'm going to close that up so I can do this here. And so this function, the square root function, that's the one that starts at 0, 0 and then kind of shoots off because you can't plug in any negative values there. They're not real if we do that. So if this plus 2 is going on, it's saying add 2 to all of our outputs, which really just makes our graph shift up 2 spaces. So instead of being 0, 0 shooting off, we're going to be up at 0, 2 shooting off. So I can plot that by just using my little pencil, or I can go into this little coordinate thing, which lets me actually type. So I can actually put 0, 2 and plot the point that way. Now the other thing that I could have to do, it says the leftmost point. So since it was at 0, 0, you can see that's the leftmost point. Again, shifted up 2, so 0, 2 is the leftmost point. But I need 3 additional points. So if I plug in a 1, the square root of 1 is 1 plus 2 is 3. So when I plug in a 1, I get 3. So that would put my coordinate right there at 1, 3. Let me get my pencil. 1, 3. Or again, I could plot it with that little coordinate tool. Again, I can plug in any number I want, like 2, but then I'll have square root of 2, and I want something that I can take the square root of. So a nice perfect square would be 4. So if I plug 4 in, so my x is 4, the square root of 4 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. So 4 gets me 4. Then I want to plug in another perfect square. The next perfect square would be 9. If I plug 9 in there, the square root of 9 is 3, plus 2 is 5. So when I plug in a 9, I get up here at 5. Or again, you could enter the coordinates this way. Either way is fine. So once you have your 4 points, it said plot 4 points, I can use this little tool and it will connect them together, and there's my radical that I want. If you're getting some sort of cubic or cube root or something like that, it means that something's off with your points, so just double check that you have the right coordinates. So hope that helps a little bit. We'll check it, make sure we're good. Yay! We can do one more practice problem. Just kind of see a difference. This one has the plus 1 inside. So this one's shifting us left and right. So again, it's the shooting off function from 0, 0, but this time plus 1, remember, will move us to the left 1 space. So that little 0, 0 isn't going to be there anymore. It's going to be left 1. So I'll mark that. And you can kind of follow the regular pattern. If I plug a 0 in, 0 plus 1 is 1, square root of 1 is 1. So we're going to be up just 1 space, kind of diagonal from that. Again, I only want to plug in things that will make a perfect square. I can't plug 4 in anymore, or 1 in anymore, I mean. That's why 0 worked, because 0 plus 1 was the 1. So to get another perfect square, if I plug in 3, that would work. 3 plus 1 is 4. The square root of 4 is 2. So for an x value of 3, I'm going to be up at 2. And I need one more point. So let's see, 3 got me a 4. Let's try, how about 8? Because 8 plus 1 is 9. So for an x value, let's plot it this way. For an x value of 8, if I input an 8 in there, 8 plus 1 is 9. The square root of 9 is 3. So when I input an 8, it outputs a 3. Plot that point on there. There it goes. It did it. So I have my 4 points, and then I'm going to draw my little curve. And let's check that we're right. Yay, it worked. So anyway, hope that helps you when you're working on your graphing.